So today is transfer deadline day, which is a highly anticipated event in any football fan's calendar. Signing one or two key players can be the difference between winning the league or suffering relegation. Now, what you'll see is lots of football clubs are currently trying to sign players, but before they can sign those players, they have to undergo a medical. Last year, the Premier League paid in excess of £217 million for injured players during the season. And so football clubs need to make sure that, first of all, the player that they are signing is fit to play, and secondly, that they are fit and healthy to do the job. Now, our research has shown that some of the tests that football clubs use may lead to errors in decision making. As a consequence of this, they may refuse to sign a player who then goes on to score several goals, gets signed by other clubs, and generates a lot of income from transfer fees. Likewise, they may also sign a player as being fit, and unfortunately, as a result in the nature of the game, that player then goes on to sustain injuries and doesn't play much in the league. And if you sign players who get injured, that means you have to sign more players to make sure that you can fill your squad and you can rotate your players with all the different competitions and leagues that are going on during the football season. Now, whilst the tests that football clubs use for screening heart conditions or general fitness are pretty good, the tests that people use to analyse movements are prone to error, and that's what our research showed. One of the movement screening tests we looked at was the functional movement screen, which is the most commonly used movement screening tool within professional football. It requires footballers to complete a series of movements such as a squat and a lunge, from which they're given a score, and then based on that score, it's used to try and identify or try and predict injury in the future. We used motion capture, which you may be familiar with from video games or animation movies where they use it to recreate actors' faces from CGI to try and see if we could predict injury based on the 3D movement measurements or the actual screening test. And our research indicated that whether you use the motion capture system or the actual FMS score, we found that we were unable to predict injury, which currently means that the tests are not fit for purpose.